guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gamers. Have you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Tennessee's Kei's Path. So guys, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? The last episode of Shuichi's Path was is a little bit spicy, you know. I'm pretty sure you guys enjoyed that episode quite a bit. Oh, Lord knows I had to do a lot of editing, but guys, let's go ahead and jump right back in. I don't think I'll have to be doing much editing for this one. Maybe not. We'll see. I don't think it's going to veer off into lewd territory so quickly. But anyway, guys, please sit back and enjoy for the next 18 minutes. We'll entertain you, and let's jump right in. Alarm Shen, you are up, and let's go, girl. Okay. A portly graying otter wearing some kind of a neat black vest and a collared white shirt. Would you two keep it down? This is a library. Sorry. After chewing them out for a couple of minutes, the grumpy librarian gets back to his post, leaving the two embarrassed idiots standing around looking at their feet. Are you guys trying to set up a new record or something? Nearly getting kicked out half a second after walking in? Shut up! Shut it! The two get so defensive that they forget to control their voices, prompting the otter librarian to peek his head out from behind a stack of books, staring daggers into the two. Sorry. I try my best to stifle my laughter, managing to keep it down to a strangled chuckle. Shuichi gives me the evil eye, obviously angry. You're trying to get us in trouble, weren't you? Look, Shuichi, I won't lie to you. I won't answer you either. Hey, comic books! And just like that, I sprint away from the two, leaving an angry-looking Shuichi behind. It's only after I look back as I flee that I realize June wasn't with us anymore. Huh, did he go somewhere and we didn't notice? Admittedly, I was having way too much fun watching Keiken and Shuichi getting yelled at that I didn't pay attention. Oh, the irony of a librarian yelling at people for making too much noise is just hysterical! Oh, wait, is that? Yep. Right in front of the comic book section, flipping through a couple of pages of a random book, is June. I try waving to him as I approach, but it's abundantly clear that he's lost complete sight of his surroundings. I stop right next to him. So close, in fact, that I can actually feel the heat coming off his body. And yet, he doesn't even blink at my presence. How spaced out do you have to be to do that? I place a hand on his shoulder. Hey! Ah! June immediately jumps away, letting out a blood-curdling scream that I'm sure even astronauts could hear. His fur is completely bristled up and his tail is lashing like mad. His eyes are mere slits as he stares at me with a frightened look. Jesus Christ, are you trying to jumpstart my heart? Sorry? No time for that. Let's hide out before the angry librarian comes to strangle the living daylight out of you. Well, is that even a thing? I grab June's wrist and drag him to a nearby nook, pressing him against the wall. It's a bit cramped in here, but I can feel my whole body pressing against his torso. But I try to ignore it. Shh, be quiet. June swallows and nods, looking away. Oh my. Just in time, too. From the corner of my eye, I can see the otter walking up to the section we were just in. Good thing I can see him from between the spaces in the bookshelves. The spot we're in is fairly dark, but I don't want to count on that to stay hidden, so as soon as he looks our way, I press even tighter against the wall. Which of course also means pressing even tighter against June. What? Yuichi-san! Shh, he's looking our way! Oh, hello, nice art. Hello, great thumbnail material. The otter looks around for a second, frowning and scanning the place in search of the voice he heard. Luckily, there was no one else in that section, as I would feel bad if someone took the blame for us. It's very clear the older man is deeply unhappy, but he still abandons his search for someone quickly. I suppose he's probably too busy to keep this up for that long. Whatever reason he might have, I won't complain since he gets us off the hook all that much faster. As I sigh in relief and look down, I finally notice June's eyes are glued to my face, his cheeks red through his orange fur. Is he gone? Yeah. Damn it, why am I getting embarrassed all of a sudden? I push myself away from him, breaking up the contact between our bodies. At the last second, I catch myself thinking of how soft he is, but I quickly banish that thought from my head. I try to think of something to say, but my brain has suddenly gone completely blank. I also can't help thinking that his embarrassed expression is too cute. God, what am I thinking? That's just ridiculous! No, I'm just thinking that because June is our group's mascot. Surely that has to be it. Mascots need to be cute after all. The sudden noise so close by makes both of us jump, although I instinctively cover June's mouth. Good thing too, because that means my hand managed to muffle his scream. What the hell are you two doing? In a public space of all places? I was so focused on watching the librarian that I didn't even notice these two walking up to us. What? No, it's not what you think! I'm not exactly sure what I think it is. All I know is that it doesn't look appropriate for minors. What? No, that's not what happened! Senpai, I don't really care if you swing that way, but this sort of thing is just inappropriate in a public area. Ah! I'm just surprised that I've known you for all these years and never knew that's what you liked. Wait! June tugs at my shirt, trying to get my attention. What are you guys talking about? My brain is almost completely fried by the sudden burst of data. Error! Error! Overheat! Ah, I see. So that's what happened. It takes quite a bit of time to both explain the situation to get them to believe what I'm saying. Luckily for me, with June here to corroborate everything, it's a little easier to convince them. I'm just happy to know that I don't associate myself with a degenerate. Gah! I don't get it, though. Why did we have to hide? I mean, a lecture isn't really that bad. A lecture isn't really the problem. What do you mean? Keiken points to a sign on a far-off wall, with June's gaze following the direction he was pointing at. Let's see. Eh? Eh? Shuichi grabs the tiger from behind, covering his mouth to keep him from crying out in shock. On the sign, among many other things, it says, any and all noises louder than regular chatter will be subject to a fine starting at 6,000 yen? Wait, isn't that like $6? Wait, so, wait, 100 yen, okay, wait, I think 100 yen is $1. Okay, so that'd be like 60 bucks. Okay, I think I'm getting my conversions right. I guess your idea of covering his mouth was better than I give you credit for, Yuichi, even if I resent having to use this kind of method. Well, no one wants to lose money, and I figured June would have a harder time dealing with that than most. 6,000 yen? Ah, his eyes look so lifeless. Hey, June? Huh? Well, at least he seems to have snapped back to reality. Why did you scream out like that when I called to you? That's because... I was reading a horror comic. Ah, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that you were so scared of the comic that you freaked out when I touched you. Well... Bingo. Alright, take me to this comic you were reading. Why? I want to see what's so scary about it. But... I'm actually a little curious about it too, now that you mention it. Same here. I want to see what the fuss is all about. Alright, fine. I'll show it to you guys. Reluctantly, June takes us to the spot where he found the dreaded comic book. Except he keeps looking at the shelves instead of actually getting it. Come on, just point at which one it is and we'll check it out by ourselves. Okay. June points to a small, thick comic book that has a black cover with the drawing of a blood splatter on the cover. Charming. The name's Augur. Let's see. He flips the book around. A series of grisly murders occurs in the small village of Oguro after the arrival of a woman who claims to be a seer. Warning, contains graphical depictions of murder, dismemberment, bloodletting, nudity, rape, torture, and infanticide? Yeah, holy fuck. Jeez, what's something like this doing in the comic book section of a public library? Let me see this. Keiken snatches the book away from Shuichi's hand, quickly opening it and looking around. Aha! What is it? This book isn't stamped. So? All library books have a stamp marking them as library property. I bet some prankster put this here thinking it'd be funny if a little kid read it and became traumatized. Well... Shuichi turns to look at June, who's hiding behind me, peeking at the book from behind my back. Can't say they didn't succeed. Good point. We should probably take it to the front desk to be disposed of. Or we could take it home and keep it. Seriously, you're stealing library books now? It's not stealing. Whoever left this here certainly didn't expect to see it again. What's the problem if someone who might enjoy it takes it home? Want to tell everyone in the school that you read comics with graphical depictions of rape and murder? Yeah, let's bring it to the front desk. That was easier than I thought it'd be. We take it to the reception desk where the same otter that had been hiding from where the same otter we had been hiding from is scribbling away at a few notebooks. Honestly, how short-staffed is this place? Excuse me. Yes? Once we lock eyes, the otter scowls. Oh, it's you. You wouldn't happen to be the ones who were screaming inside the library just a couple minutes ago, would you? We've actually come here to show you this. It was in the comics section, and it doesn't have a library stamp. It's also not exactly a appropriate book to have in the reach of children. I look down at the name tag he has on his desk. It reads Ben K? Why is it written in Romanized script? Kasich hands him the accursed comic book. And yes, Kasich, we can all tell that you wanted to keep it, no need to make that face. The otter reads the back of the book and begins to flip the pages. His face gets progressively wider as he continues reading to give it a cursory read. Then, just when I thought he couldn't get any wider, his face begins to turn red, seething with rage. You found this? In the library? Yes, in the comic book section. His face goes slack with just those few words, it's as if I suddenly made his entire world collapse. He leans back on his chair, taking off his specs and rubbing the bridge of his nose with a long, exasperated sigh. When I think he's about to punch something, his face suddenly relaxes. He takes off his specs and leans back on his chair, sighing. These damn kids think it's so funny to pull pranks like this. This happened before? Yes, it's the third time this month. This is actually one of the tamer ones, too. The first time they had a hit of Western porn book in the children's book section. What? Are you serious? Western porn? Why not just call it porn? Is there any difference between the two? Well, that's because the Western stuff is, huh? You mustn't. He's still too pure. Whoa! The right answer here is to keep silent about it. Well, anyway, thank you for your help. I'm sorry for being uncouth earlier. Most of my colleagues called in sick today, and I'm overworked right now. I shouldn't have taken my anger out on you kids. Oh, no, it's okay. We deserved it. We were being too loud. The otter smiles. Oh, by the way, what's that other book in your hands, boy? Only after he mentions it do I notice that Kei is holding a second book. This? I was hoping to check this out. Why do you even need to check out a book at a library? Your father could probably buy this whole damn place and everything in it. Yes, my father could. I think you forget the fact that the company belongs to him, not me. Plus, just because you can doesn't mean you should. I prefer renting books from the library because that helps them stay in business. He hands the book in his hands to the otter, who smiles as he receives it. That's awfully nice of you, Sonny. Let's see here. Red Rose Hotel? That's some advanced reading you have here. Very good taste, too. Rent? Red Rose Hotel. It's Red Rose Hotel. It's English. It's a mystery book from 1944. I've read most of this author's books by now, but this one is his first work, and it's very hard to find nowadays. Wait, I'm surprised you didn't understand that. Don't you usually have good grades in English? Good grades in a test doesn't exactly mean you'll understand people talking in that language right in front of you. Ah, maybe that's true. Well, can I see some ID, please? Oh, sure. Kasich hands him his ID card, and the man starts inputting data on his computer. As soon as he rereads his name, though, he stops. Arushihara, as in the Arushihara Corporation? Ah, yes, that's right. The otter whistled in admiration. Your friend wasn't joking when he said you could buy this whole building. I feel like I'm in the presence of royalty. Something like that, yeah. Okay, boy. How long do you want to have this book for? 1 month for now. I can extend the time later if I don't finish it by then. Sure. All we ask for is a down payment of 50% if you plan on having it for more than 2 weeks. That'll be 900 yen. Sure, 1 second. Kasich fishes out a 1,000 yen bill from his wallet and hands it to the otter, who gives him back the change. Thank you. Enjoy your book. Yeah, thanks. Kasich turns to us, putting the book inside the bag. Okay, we can go now. We've been here for less than 15 minutes. I know, but I've got what I came here for. I don't care anymore. Plus, weren't you opposed to coming here in the first place? You should be celebrating. Yeah, but I like the air conditioning. You'll live. Come on, I still want to swing by the sports gear store. We didn't all get together just to follow His Majesty's script, you know. No, you all got together to go to a stupid cherry bloom at the park. If I'm going to be forced to go see that, you can at least accompany me to the 2 places I want to go. Damn it. Fine. Well, I guess I might as well buy a new pair of tennis shoes while we're there. My old ones are getting a bit worn. We both know you'll just buy the exact same model of shoe again. Of course, my old ones are perfect in every way. Why change? After a bit of walking around, we eventually find a large store that sells all the things we need. Once we go in, everyone almost immediately separates. Keiken goes towards the tennis gear, Shuichi peruses the volleyball section, and Jun just walks around aimlessly. Since I'm not particularly fussy about what to buy, I just find a shoe I like, take it to the front counter, and I'm done in less than 3 minutes. It's not like I'm buying a new model either way. I'm just buying the exact same as my last one, because it's a bit spent. Unfortunately, the other 3 don't seem anywhere close to finishing up their business. Or in the case of June, finished doing absolutely nothing. I don't want to just sit around and wait either, so I guess I'll just join up with one of them. Look for... Oh, okay. Oh, I like that. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like how you can, would you look for Shuichi? Yeah, let's do Shuichi, since I'm already deep into Shuichi's path, then I'll go back and do Keikan. And I think I'll save June for June's path. Okay. Let's see, Shuichi should be at the volleyball section, and that is... Ah, there he is. I find Shuichi holding a volleyball, teasing it, tossing it between his hands, and giving it a few squeezes. Too soft. Hey, what are you up to? Shopping for my birthday today? Oh, sure. Your birthday's in 3 months, and yet here I am, shopping for a gift already. Aw, and you want to make sure to buy it early so you won't run the risk of them running out of stock. How nice! He puts the ball back on his pedestal and grabs hold of another one. For real though, what are you doing? Trying to find a new ball. My old one is a bit worn. Why don't you pick a random one? Not like you get to play with your own ball during matches. Exactly. That's why I'm trying to find something as close to standard issue as possible. If I get used to a ball that's too light or too heavy, it'll mess with my game. Plus, there's always a matter of durability. What's even the point if you only practice at school either way? Well, I need to have a practice partner to train my setups. Unfortunately, the store doesn't sell practice partners. It does, however, sell balls, which I can at least use to practice my serve. You know, you should stop refining your serve already. That thing's scary enough as it is. He shrugs. I figure I'm already golden on the accuracy front, but my serve isn't really all that potent yet. You kidding? Your arm's a friggin' cannon! Can't hurt to improve. Me scoring a ton of service aces can't end up hurting our chances in the inter high. Are you sure you're not trying to do everything on your own? Now you're trying to score all the points by yourself? Not all the points, just as many as I can. You say potato, I say potato. He chuckles, giving me a small pat on the back. Don't worry, I promise I'm not biting off more than I can chew. It's just that practicing is fun. For you, at least, it's always a wonder seeing how many players come out from your court barely able to walk after you handle practice. Oh, come on, that's not fair. I'm not that strict on them. Didn't you have 4 first-years quitting on the first week this year? Well, look, I won't say anything, okay? Just try to match up to your teammates' pace before you end up killing someone. Will do. Oh, hey, this ball is pretty close to what I want. He never changes, does he? Wait a minute. Alright, so let's go back and do Kei-kun. I quickly find Kei-kun next to the gear repair section, perusing many different string kits. Hey, find what you're looking for? Oh hey, Yuichi-san. No, not really. They don't have the brand I usually buy in stock. Which one do you usually get? Duoro. I like the flexibility of it. Oof, I don't think you're gonna find imported products in a store like this. Yeah, I was pretty sure I saw it once before, but I asked the clerk and he said they never sold it before. I didn't realize that my stock was already through and no stores in town sell that particular brand. Well, you could order it online or buy from a different brand. I don't really want to wait. Even if I order express delivery, it's still bound to take 3 to 4 business days, and I don't want my old strings to interfere with practice. What brand would you recommend? Me? Personally, I usually go with Sakura, but I don't know if you'd like them. They tend to be a bit sturdier. Do you think they have any test rackets in the store that I could use to check the stringing? What, you thinking of hitting a ball indoors to get a feel for the string? No, of course not. I just do some manual tests to see if it could do as a replacement until I get my hands on some Duoro ones. Why don't we ask a clerk? Let's see, where can I find... Ah, there he is. Excuse me. A bat wearing the store's uniform happened to pass us by and I grabbed his attention. Yes, how may I help you? Do you have any display tennis rackets equipped with the Sakura red strings that my friend could take a look at? We should have one in the back. Let me check for you. The clerk walks out to the back of the store to look for the racket Kei-kun wanted to test. Sakura red? Ah, yeah, that's the same type I use from that brand. I usually sell 3 different lines. Red, blue, and black. The red line is better for players who use a lot of topspin. Since you started changing your style a little bit, I figured that might help you. Alright, I'm going to pause it right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks or a tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!